Hello, YouTube. I'm coming today to talk about the things in the world. It's just not the end times and the signs of the Bible. The signs of the prophecies being fulfilled in the Bible. We're living in repeated history. Okay? Some examples: 9/11 can happen again, or something relating to 9/11. There's a lot of terrorists, a lot of things that can go down with bombing us or nuclear strikes. Okay, there's a lot of talk about tsunamis and um, meteorites, or what else? Can't think. It's early. It's not too early, but anyways, on my day off. What is it? But anyways, we're living in times where we're seeing a division, and it reminds me not of slavery, but during Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Malcolm X. If you're not, if you're on you know what and not you know what, you can't do this, you can't do that. They're dividing us up, like Caucasians and African Americans at that time. Oh, Caucasians can do this, but African Americans they can't do this. They're dividing us up for a reason. To cause hate and violence and unkindness to each other. Another example, the Holocaust. It happened before. You think that can't happen again? Oh, you don't want to get this thing? We about to really mandatory it beyond just buying and selling. You can't go here, you can't go there. Now we really gonna control you by putting you in these camps. I believe anything is up in the air and can happen. The poor children, they made it FDA approved. By Wednesday, these children, parents already pre-booked appointments for them to get, you know what. I feel like it's fear socialing. And I feel like so many people before, when the, you know what came out, they were like, oh, I'm not going to get that, I don't trust this. But they eventually did. And I feel like the only reason why they got this, you know what, is because of the fear. The deaths that they show, all these deaths, and how severe if you get it, and how easy you can get it. And that's why I feel like that. But I feel like during Martin Luther King and Malcolm X Day, they stood up. And I will always agree with the Martin Luther King way. No violence, turn another cheek, not getting revenge. And I know that he knew that he was going to die because of it. And I would never compare anyone to Jesus, but he was very inspiring and did something for us to pave the way, not just for the future, but for times like these. Oh, my hands are so terrible. Like, I've been working this job and stocking and boxes and stuff, and the soap messed my hands up. Like, it's crazy to know I've worked for 4 weeks and only got paid for 2 weeks. Basically, 3 checks withheld. Anyways, I feel like a slave, like literally. And if I don't agree with something, then I let them know I do not agree with it. I temporarily have to accept it for the sake of my, bills and stuff. But I'm not permanently accepting it by looking for 2 new jobs, which I'm already hooked on 2 jobs that are hiring that I'm interested in. So, anyways, I feel like a lot of people don't put their worth beyond this world. I feel like people just accept things, like, oh, this is what it's gonna be. We have to get this in order to do this, and like, this is our temporary home, first of all. Well, for me, because I know where I'm going. So I don't think of this world as like having to do whatever they say in order to do things. My permanent home is in heaven. So I don't have to do nothing I don't want to do. And the poor children, they made it FDA approved. Parents book their appointments to get it by Wednesday when the shots are available. And hopefully I don't get a strike, but if I do, that's okay. Because I said all I need to say. Excuse me. It's early in the morning, and I always have a lot of mucus in my throat and my nose, but more in my throat, oddly, where I can tell I have very bad allergies, but I believe I have bad sinuses too. But anyways, we're like not just in the times of Noah. We're in the times where we have to be like Martin Luther King, and others will be like Malcolm X. They'll do it violently. Sorry, I'm shaking it. Like, my hands get so tired. Like, I literally need a stand for my videos. But unfortunately, with this new job that screwed me up, I can't afford literally nothing until I catch up. And I'm not even going to be able to catch up until I get a second job, which I'm looking for 2 new jobs. And I've mentioned it to other employees. I don't care, because I don't agree with something. I don't agree with it, and I just bust a move. Like, I'm about to make a move. As soon as I find 2 new jobs, I'm quitting that job. Like, I just don't. I'm a person who all about what's right and wrong, and what's evil and what's good. And I'm for right, and I'm for good. I'm not for wrong, and I'm not for evil. I don't care if you're a company. I don't care if you're a family member, friend. I just no. I don't care if you're the president, the governor. I don't care who you are. Okay? So people need to put their worth over this earth. I feel like a lot of people are putting their worth in this world, and are like not only fearing but accepting what they really don't want, but they feel like they need, because they're making it seem like you need something. That all you need is faith, trust, Jesus and God, and knowing home remedies of like, or just healthy things like fruits and vegetables. We have the cure right in our hands, right in our stores. Probiotics, turmeric, nuts, okay, raw honey, manuka honey. The day that I had a full seizure after kissing my ex, I know I got it from him. I had the symptoms that night, and it intensified the next day. And I was working with children as a teacher assistant at this time, excuse me. And I was in the bathroom while they were, monitoring the bathrooms while they were going, because they like to play. They like flushing tissue down the toilet, throwing tissue up. Mostly it's the boys, though, who do that. But the girls, they can do it also. They like to peek under and talk to each other under the, they're kindergartners. Even the older kids do it. They do a lot of things. But anyways, my chest was starting to hurt, like, badly, and I've never experienced that or felt that before. I may have had like chest, like not chest pains, but like it's just a certain feeling I had, because I have taken like pills, bladder pills that gave me bad chest side effects, or like Um, yeah, but this one was very different. It was more, it's just hard to explain. So I knew something was up. But anyways, I called out to Jesus when I was having a seizure, not fearing death. Okay, I don't fear death anymore. I used to, and I used to fear, like, no, I used to say that I would have never made it during slavery because I would not adapt to their ways, or like, now I know I would have made it. Now I would make it if, I was during that time during slavery, because I have more, like, worth, and know that I'll continue to fight no matter what, or how bad or how painful they try to do things to you to make you give in to accepting the way they wanted things to be, which we couldn't have done things, or they wanted us divided up and etc. Now I'm in fight mode, and you should be in fight mode too. Sorry, my lips are dry. In fight mode means that you're willing to sacrifice a lot to not get this mandatory, what. You're in a fight mode, not flight mode, okay? I'm ready for whatever. Like, bring it. Let's go. Like, whatever you say. Okay. Okay. That's fine. What's next? Oh, okay. What's next? I got a skin patch, like, right over here. It's been fading and unfade. It's been patching and patching back up. I got fade cream for it, and I'm hoping it stopped patching back up. And I got the force on my forehead that keep repatching, unpatching. But hopefully I recover it soon, or you would see my whole face if you haven't noticed. What else? The fight mode, like, I'm just all about it. Like, man, I'm ready to fight in a way that Martin Luther King did, not in Malcolm X way. I'm ready to fight, meaning, like, I'm ready for Biden to come approach me himself. Like, make me get this. Come here. Make me. You gonna have to fight me. Come on. You gonna have to hold me down. And I'm gonna put up a fight. Just like I did with the person who tried to rape and kill me. A friend that I only knew for a little bit. Come on. Try. You say I gotta do what? No. Make me. Try. I want you to. Good luck. Try. You're gonna have to kill me. That's how we should be. Feel like we in times of the Holocaust. If I didn't mention that, I did this video a few times. But anyways, we're in the days of the Holocaust. Oh, we're gonna throw y'all in camp so we can really, really make it hard. So we can see y'all starve or something, not just starving in your home. Because I'll starve. And hope I die in my sleep. And if I starve not in my sleep, well, that's how I'm gonna die. I don't fear death. I feel like they making it where people didn't fear death. We all knew that we were gonna die one day. But I feel like they done put so much fear in people that it's like people are afraid to die. And yeah, we're supposed to die naturally and when God wants us to die. But they're putting it like, you can walk out your house and get killed. You can be at the bank, get shot because they robbing the bank. You can be driving at night and a deer crash into your car because he want to run out and you can die. There's so many ways we can die just walking out of our house, going to work, sleeping. You can die in your sleep. So I feel like if this thing that's going on in the world took me out, then it was meant to be. Okay? I had a 100% full seizure. And again, I didn't finish it, but I had called out to Jesus because the pain was so bad and I felt like I was about to die, but I wasn't calling him out of fear to die. Like I wasn't afraid to die. I was ready if it was time for me to go. Okay? And I was thinking I still wouldn't have taken the you know what because of how bad the pain I was in. I was shaking. I was I was breathing hard both at the same time for like I would say close to like I don't even know. It was a long time. And then it went away when I called out to Jesus because it was going on for so long where I needed to call him like, if I'm dying, I'm at my home and I'm ready to go. And I don't fear death anymore. I used to fear death so much as a kid because I'm still as an adult hate pain. Okay, when I die, I want to die in my sleep or something fast. Meaning, like when the mark come on the scene, which I believe it's here, but it's not officially here. I feel like there's parts to it. I feel like things go with the mark, or it's giving the way to the mark, which I feel it's hard to say because I feel like it's the mark, but it's part of the mark. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to describe. And it's hard to say a precursor versus the mark because at this time it's very undecided right now. It's where I'm never getting regardless, but we all are trying to figure out what's actually going to be the mark. Is it already here? Is this other one part of it? I feel like it's part of it, but it could be the mark. Okay, time will tell, like I said. But I feel like people are like like I said, are like fearing death where they are willing to take something that they feel is the fix. I feel like Jesus and God is the fix. And taking care of your body if you were to get it. And if you did get it, you have these home remedies, you have these natural antibiotic foods, probiotics, vitamins. Okay? I feel like that's my you know what. And I'm very curious to see how these people are functioning. Like a lot of people have, caught you know what and have been hospitalized. But I'm just waiting to see like a few years if we're still here. And I've been asking for confirmation if the rapture is going to happen. I haven't got anything. But I know it's coming, you know? I know a lot is coming. Just like I knew something was coming before COVID hit. And COVID hit, and I was like, I knew something bad was coming. Like, I kept getting this bad feeling. And I have that feeling still. And my birthday is November 12th. I'm a 90s baby. It will be the best gift. I'm a person who don't never want anything for my birthday. But if I got something, or when I got stuff when I was little, of course I loved it and appreciated it. But I'm a person who is basic. You can give me a hug, and I'm like, okay. And I'm not even a hugging person no more after I almost been raped and killed. And I've had to overcome, like at my new job, like dudes give me hugs, and I have like I'm like hurt, or they'll squeeze my arm, and it brings back the memories and the feelings of almost being raped and killed, and I'm just overcome it by just like taking it. It's kind of like if I was tased. That whole flashback of the feeling of the vision it all hit me, and I just kind of just breathe and like, so it won't control me. Whatever. But anyways, um, yeah, the world is repeating history, and I feel like it's things that can come that happened before, but it may even happen worse than before. Like the Holocaust was bad, 9/11 was bad, Pearl Harbor, excuse me, can't talk today. Um, World One, World Two. We in for another World War III. It's a lot of things that can occur that we are seeing. Volcanoes erupting, a tsunami that leads up to a tsunami. The concentration camps leads up to the Holocaust. The you know what versus the is leading up to the division of what African Americans deal with during slavery, which we're not slaves, and we're not being treated like slaves. We're being conditioned to how it was during slavery, the division. African Americans, you can't eat at this restaurant, you can't go to this, you gotta sit a certain place on a bus, the theater, you can't drink from this fountain. Same thing is occurring. If you look, people are not looking deeper at what is going on. They're just seeing, oh, it's something bad out here. I gotta cover my face. And I am all for covering my face. Still. I don't feel like that's controlling people. I feel like if you don't want to cover your face, you don't have to. That's up to you. That's not socially conditioning people or putting fear in them. I feel like getting this, is what they're trying to control. And I think that's what they're causing the distraction is the mask. The mask is a distraction, and people are paying more attention to the mask versus the unmask. And oh, you're trying to control me. They're not really controlling you with the mask because they can't force you to. I mean, they are forcing you to wear the mask. However, they're not. What I'm trying to say is they're not putting more force into mask versus unmask. They're putting more force into what. Come on, people, you gotta wake up and see the bigger picture. They're trying to hide what's really going on, and what they're distracting people with is the mask. And people are arguing and fighting over that, but now it's to the point where it's now happening with this mandatory thing. But it's just a lot going on that I don't even know what's going on. They know what's going on. God knows what's going on. But there's more to it, y'all. There's more. And I always ask for discernment, wisdom. Not like I don't fear anything, but I ask for um like can't think of the word. But yeah, I can't think of the word. Intensified, no fear, but it's another word that I can't think of. I'm used to getting up, y'all, at like 3 a.m. now. So, like, it's the weekend. I'm up early because I know I got to get up early. So, I got to get up and I got cleaning I do on my off days. So, I like to get stuff done a little early, like laundry, the easy stuff, so I can watch some movies. Usually, I'll be working on my book, but couldn't turn my internet on. But I think I mentioned like intensified no fear, intensified wisdom, intensified discernment, intensified body of armor of Jesus Christ, intensified strength, intensified faith, not hope, but faith. Okay? For what's to come and what's occurring now, because what's happening now is not nothing compared to what's coming. And I'm in between. I'm a person who never heard about the pre-tribulation, and I don't know if I believe in the pre-tribulation. I'm kind of in the middle where I'm not disagreeing with it or agreeing with it. Like I'm not on either side because I really don't know. And I feel like they may know, they may not know, but I feel like time will tell. If we're here when the Antichrist come on the scene, then there's no pre-tribulation. I'm not saying that the what is the mark, and I'm not saying it isn't the mark. I'm again in between. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with it because time will tell, and once that time comes, I'll know for sure. I'm a person who wants to be sure about something before I agree or accept it or go in with something. But the catch about this is that I would never get what, because I'm a person who, if I get any bad feeling or something is off, I will not go into it or agree with it. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, because when I was almost raped and killed, I had feelings, spiritual feelings. Like, I feel like when I got out of the situation and got out of being held hostage too, I've almost been raped and killed. It was for a long time. I would say it could have been more than an hour. It was more than an hour. I don't know how many hours, but it was more than an hour. When I finally got out, I felt a guardian angel was with me. There was 3 locks on the doors, and I forgot about the 3rd lock. And anytime you go in places, you want to be very aware of everything. So when it's time for an emergency, you know where to go and how to get out, like a store shooting or a theater shooting or, a robbery. Okay. You want to know your exits or where to hide, a good hiding spot is. Okay. A gas station, a store. You just got to be very aware of your surroundings for that thinking. And we're not thinking in a negative way. When we think like, I don't know, I always think about that, like, that's a good thing. Okay. So anyways, I knew it was just things leading up to red flags, and I started getting a very bad off feeling that something wasn't right. And the reason why I went on with it and was like, just relax, don't think too much, you always think too much, was because I got kicked out and put under the bus by my sister, and I was depressed at that time. I had to live in a hotel for a little while. My mom didn't kick me out, my stepfather did. She wasn't on the lease, so she couldn't do nothing about it. He threw all my stuff away and everything. One day I went starving, had to eat at this mission. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, when something is off and you get a bad feeling about it and you just feel like it's just not right, something is off with it. It's like if you cook some food and you'd be like, it tastes sour and it's meat, then it's spoiled. Okay, that's just an example. It's a lot that is off with this, what. So I would never get regardless. I'm just waiting to see proof that it is guaranteed the mark, because there are a few signs that it is, but there's a few that in the near future, meaning coming up soon, very very soon, once these kids start getting in these what, and I feel like I might get a strike for saying the S word. But if I do, that's cool. Anyways, I feel like if these kids get these, what, and God do not intervene after they get these shots or before they get these shots, then it's not the mark. I feel like the mark could be proof of, you know what, I don't know yet. Again, I'm waiting to see. And my hands are terrible from this job. Retailing open boxes and soap messed me up. My nail be breaking. Like, I've been working for 4 weeks and slaving for only 2 checks and broke and poor. It's crazy. And I'm a person who will be the last one winning when I get 2 new jobs and quit. Because, like, I'm a person who be like, okay, cool, that's messed up, that's crazy, that's not right, and have to deal with it temporarily. But in the end, I'd be like, gotta do what I gotta do. And I feel like that's how we should be for this, you know what? You know, I lost my job because of this. But in the end, we gotta think about where we gonna end up. You know, if it is the mark, okay? Right now, it's a lot of things coming. And everything will be shown. Okay? Everything, I'm telling y'all, everything will come to light if it is 100% the mark. Okay? A lot of things are coming, not just like disasters, but a lot of things coming to like make us get, you know what? A lot is coming to force us to, in my opinion. It's a lot of people, I mean, are also going to be so forced to get this, you know what, where they give in. And there's a lot of people who will. And I just want to question the people who did get it, which I don't do, is, do y'all feel any remorse after hearing a force? Like if I was to give a kid a piece of candy, okay, and like I knew that it was probably open and somebody could have done something to it because it wasn't wrapped all the way, and then I forced that child to get something that I didn't know if it was good or not. Like, I would feel so remorseful that I gave a child a piece of candy that wasn't securely wrapped and forced him to take it like, oh, it's nothing wrong with it, it's okay, it's good, knowing that I'm not sure because it was not securely wrapped. Okay? So with this, you know what? You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's good or bad. And they're saying all these things.